What's up? Sagittarius. Sorry. I gotta fix this a little. Okay. Excuse me, I'm having some almonds. I needed a snack. What's up, Sag? Look, I really wanted you to see this incense tower my daughter picked out for me. You can't really see, it's not working very well right now. It's kind of drifting. But you can see all this smoke is like for real. If I turn it this way. Oh yeah. There you go. What can I see? Oh, is this a weird draft or something? Oh, there we go. I just think it's really cool. It's cool. It looks like water. But it's not. It's fire. Like you, Sag. You like this incense smoke, Sag. Seriously though, you are like the setting sun. You're like the most watery of the fires. Wouldn't you say? If you're gonna be. Yeah, and if you were gonna be smoke, you'd be incense smoke, right? You're the spiritual one of all the fires. The wise sage fire element Sag. Sagittarius. Actually, the smoke is getting in my eye, Sag. Which is why that is hot. I made a little more coffee. Yes. I drink coffee sometimes. Like a lot of people. But I drink water as well. Water is very important. Don't forget to drink water. Now, anyway, Sag, this is way too smoky for me to do a reading with in front of me, but I did want you to see how cool this thing is. So, we had a little moment with it, didn't we? Now I'm going to move it. Just for a second, I'm going to put the fan on. Because it just was so smoky, but I made that sacrifice for you, Sag. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Ooh, a little bit of air flux. Alright. It's too loud to have one, but I gave it a little once over. Okay. Now. Sagittarius. Mm-hmm. Thanks for having a snack with me. Hope you had a snack too. And I hope you have the beverage of choice you'd like. Let's get into it. I'm sorry, Sag. I had to do Taurus before you. I don't know. It wasn't in the order of things, but for some reason, I just had to do Taurus. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta go with spirit, you know, and just accept that the divine has its own order of things that we don't always understand as human beings. And we can try to put order to things, sure, and measure things out and put it into astrological signs and symbols and personify animals and tell all sorts of mythology stories and believe it or not believe it, or repeat it or not repeat it, or dance it out or sing it out or draw it out or whatever it is. But the divine has its own order, one that we cannot fully express, idealize, personify, or understand. And that's okay, isn't it? It's okay with me. So, here we are. Sagittarius. And you're watching me shuffle because, I don't know, I started the video before the shuffling happened, so I guess that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Also, it's funny because I was looking at my terrible editing job on my Cancer video, and I'm laughing because I was fixing my makeup on there, and I just left it on there. I don't know. Like, well, I'm just human. I do things just like all other humans. We could edit out all the little things we do. We could skip through all of the pauses and the ums and ahs, but that's just robot. I'm not a robot. I'm a human. I am who I am. I'm not perfect. I don't want anybody to think that I am. It's weird. That's weird. Ooh, some cards came out. Let's see what they are. Well, I don't know if they came out right side up or upside down. They came out sideways. Justice and the Ten of Cups. Sagittarius. Well, Jupiter's at home right now. That must feel good. Does it? Are you glad Big Daddy Jupiter's home? I hope you are. I hope you are receiving the benefits of your rich dad coming home. Even if he's just around for a few years and then gone again for another however long that takes. What, 84 years or something? I mean, it's a big transit. It's not like a... Excuse me. See, here I go again. Fixing my makeup on the screen. This time it's just because something itches my eye. But anyway. Yeah, this transit's a big one. I don't have my notes in front of me, but it's going to be, I believe, for another year in Sag, if not more. But then it'll be gone again. So it'll be into Capricorn next. That's a whole other story. But right now, Jupiter, your ruling sign, Sag, is at home in your house. That means expansion for you in all directions. It's really like what you choose to really believe, like believe, is what will be expanding for you. Okay? So, you know, what are you thinking right now? What have you been thinking about doing? Any ideas? You're always having ideas. What do you want to do? Do you want to collaborate more? I know you love to collaborate. Do you want to communicate more, have more social input, put something into play, put something out there for everyone to see? Put your input in. Your 2 cents, you got more like 25 cents if we're talking about Sag. What is it you want? Because you can have it right now, and you can manifest it right now, this time in your life. No matter how old you are, Sag. Even if you are like my father, who's a Sag, in later years of his life, he could start a new project as well. He has started new things this year. You should never stop starting new things. Right? You know that. But why, Eclipse? Why? Why should I never stop starting new things? Because it's the process of starting something new that keeps you growing, alive, expanding, youthful, playful, capable, agile, alive, adjustable, adjusted, flexible, reasonable. You must be in the process of starting something new to function, because that is your brain needing to be stimulated in some way, shape, or form. That's why being locked away in a prison cell is detrimental to a person's mental health. Okay? Okay. So with that being said, I don't know why I went on that tangent. I'm just saying everybody can be in the process of starting something new, because you can do things small, things that are small. Okay? You might be someone that has a occupation that is always having you start something new and do new things and expand. It might be that a part of your occupation, or was your occupation, that you have been an artist, and you use your art to support yourself, and have used art to support you and your family. Sag, you're someone that can do that. Yes, you can. I'm just shuffling these right now. Thank you. I know this is a little long, but I told you I don't know, I just started this. I have to tell you something. I have to finish these before I have to go off. I get to go off and do other stuff, and I just feel like I gotta get them all done. And I don't know why I'm putting so much pressure on myself. I keep saying I don't have to do it, but really, like, I can't let it go. Like, I gotta get these done because it's a commitment I've made to myself to put these out each month, and if I don't do it now, then I won't get to it later, because I'm off to do my art form and support myself, and off to, change some things in my life this summer and what have you. So this is it. And it's right during the eclipse, so it is what it's supposed to be. But I'm just saying this because, like, part of me is like, well, I have a million other things I have to be doing to get ready for these things to come, but I need to do this. I'm committed to doing this. I want to do this. And so there's something to be said about that, Sag. People can say you're crazy. I mean, look at me. Like, people think I'm a witch. That's very funny. I'm not a witch, by the way. No, siree, Bob. No, siree, Bob. Witches, just as a side note, is a term that witches never call themselves. Okay, it's kind of like other derogatory terms that the people that were being called that actually never referred to themselves as. Like, for example, Indians. Okay? Okay, let's not get into that story, but basically, they were called that because someone else called them that. Someone who was given a little bit too much power. Okay? And, excuse me. Let's bring that up here. So, we start calling these beautiful indigenous people Indians because somebody called them that. And they never referred to themselves as such before that. It's the same idea, totally different topic, but a witch never called themselves a witch. Neither did they practice anything called witchcraft. Just gonna put it out there. That was a story made up about people who used the ancient form of divination art. People who used herbs to heal each other. Women who were able to utilize their energy connection with the moon at night to bring blessings into their tribe, their people. One of the major understandings of using any form of divination art, I don't know why I'm lecturing you. I'll start your reading soon. I'm sorry. I guess I want you to know this so that you can tell other people too when they question you. But basically, we all understand when we use any form of divination art or create any art really, when we speak words about one another, when we write them, when we continue to think something until it becomes a belief, all of these things have consequences. And those of us who say as above, so below as above is the same thing. What we do also creates heaven or earth on earth, heaven on earth, or hell on earth, okay? What we do manifests tenfold onto ourselves, always back to us, over and over again, either through the people around us, our surroundings, nature, life, death, our own selves, our own minds, our own guilt, our own fear. So it's silly to fear witchcraft because witchcraft is a made-up story to scare people. If you ever wish ill on another person, you are casting a spell. A spell is just a bunch of words. Spell, like spelling. When you talk negatively about somebody, you're casting a spell upon them, but more importantly, upon yourself. Those who practice something called black magic are sorcerers, and they are utilizing energies the same way that any medicine person would, but with the intention of controlling that element for their will. There are people who misuse the elemental forces in the sense of misuse as in the sense of that they are casting spells upon themselves intentionally that make them more powerful, but also cause demise to others. This is something that is very literal. I know it sounds like I'm talking like Harry Potter stuff, but it can be taken as literal as you want it. Take it or leave it. I gotta get into your reading. I don't know what that was about, Sag. I haven't gone off like that on any other readings. today or yesterday or the day before or this last week, or this time that I've been filming. Yeah. So, I think I'm done shuffling. What do you think? Where you're headed. 8 of Wands, communication through letters, through texts, through emails, through words, sharing of thoughts, writing something, writing a book, writing a script, moving forward in a project, communicating with loved ones, talking about travel, communicating with people in other countries. Okay, that's where you're headed. Goals, dreams, desires. What's blocking you? 7 of Wands. Well, the step before the 8 of Wands, which is to gain ground, to be able to turn around and be able to turn around and change directions. And while you're facing this way, you're having to fight something, defend yourself by doing certain actions that give you the upper hand. Therefore, taking your vitamins. Therefore, making sure that you get enough rest. Therefore, making sure that you have food you can eat in the house. Therefore, basic common sense. These things that we do preemptively in order to keep ourselves from being in a constant state of fight or flight. Okay? And that in that state of being in fight or flight or in defense can actually be, like for me, example, okay, I have PTSD for reals and have gotten help with it, but this concept of being stuck in survival mode can be more comfortable than not being in survival mode to someone who has been stuck defending themselves for a long time. Someone who has been under an amount of stress, a lot of distress, especially coming from outside force that has been causing them to go, cuco en cabeza, okay? Cuco en la cabeza. Let's just say that, okay? So, when you stop for a moment and you're able to stop fighting and being in survival mode, you turn around and you realize that you have a choice to go in another direction. 8 of Wands. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Where have you been? Sag. It hasn't been so nice for you. Excuse my stupid, dumb voices. I don't mean any offense to anybody. I don't know why I do that. I really don't. Things come out. No offense to anybody, but it hasn't been so nice. Okay? The High Priestess reversed. You've had to deal with some unexpected things, some pain, some illness in the family, some kind of unwanted party guest, be it a bacteria or a person. Could be energy that was being polluted, pollution around your home. This is in your past. Somebody being in a trance, hypnotized. Definitely seeing the moon involved in this situation. Something karmic. Something from past lives. I see two families. I see two families being feuding. This is a past life. It was a long time ago. They had banners for their family. There was some kind of fight that happened that night with the moon. Something to do with a person who you loved. They gave you something right before. Whew. They gave you something right before this fight, this battle. I see like a garland of roses, so I'm wondering if that's something that somebody wears when they die. So you're remembering something from a past life, and it's opening your crown chakra. The moonlight is healing your brain, even though you associated the moon with trauma. You've been afraid of the dark, Sag. Afraid of the dark. You're afraid of what you don't know. The unknown. Yeah. The way you are being perceived, the way you feel inside. More justice. Crazy. Justice has been in almost every reading, by the way. Different decks. Same card. The Prince of Pentacles as well. That was in another reading. These reversed here. I think it was Leo. Leo was being perceived as Prince of Pentacles reversed. Let me see. All right. So there's definitely something here that currently you are coming into a new balance about. You're the one that has to balance this out. You're the one that has to mediate between how someone is seeing you and what it is you're actually doing that has a purpose that they can't see, or between being very depreciated in a way, or lonely, or neglected, abandoned, and feeling like there's no point in going on farther than where you have already traveled, that the mountain is too high, that you're giving up, that maybe giving up isn't the bad idea, really. Maybe giving up is what's going to cause you to find balance. Maybe when you find that if you stop having to defend this thing, you can turn around and change directions. People might perceive it as selfish, but you're dropping it because you don't have the desire to keep something out of balance when you already found balance in yourself. You want to live. You have something to share. You have a real knack for understanding things, and you could definitely change people's lives or help in some way if you weren't so busy fighting off this other BS that is keeping you stuck, making you want to give up. Keeping you from having an opportunity to rebirth yourself once again. and you're not heeding Gabriel's call, which I will tell you is dangerous because it will cause you torment. And when you're tormented, you do crazy things. Everyone does. Be it drink too much, party too much, fight too much, whatever. If you try to fight against the birthing process and the contractions of your soul, regardless of who you are, how old you are, you will feel torment inside, and you'll never feel balanced. When you want to turn around and give back your truth in a way that will be heard by someone who does perceive you for who you are, which is somebody much more than what you might feel like you're being seen as right now, Sag. It's going to be a decision, and it's going to have to do with your home, your life, your family, a relationship, choosing to love yourself above anyone else. Big deal. Here she is, Princess of Swords. I like her energy right now for you. She is not about to censor herself for anybody. She's free. She believes in justice. She believes in living true. She hasn't been so hurt that she's given up on her journey yet. She's all gumption, and she is not afraid of any big scary wolf. She is that embodiment of speak your mind even if your voice shakes. Then we have right behind it the Ten of Pentacles. You can have what you're looking for if you're wanting a happy home life, or people around you who really care about you. You can have that. You can have that. And I think maybe like your family is involved with this and is affected by this, but if you can be true to yourself, they'll support you. They're right behind you. They're right behind you. They're right behind you. Right now you're holding it inside. But when you start expressing yourself, you have people who will stand behind you. Eight of Earth. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic. Learning new things. Going back to school. I like this for you, Sag. I say learn something new. Indulge in that educational process because you are very intelligent, Sagittarius. High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. Okay? So, choices. Major Arcana Justice. This is your internal world. We got the High Priestess blessing you. And giving you extra wings. Working hard on something. The eights are here, double eights. Eight of Earth and Eight of Wands. What you do for what you build for. What you do to build your foundation. Giving up on something that is burdening you might just be okay this time around. If it means that you're choosing something that is more righteous in your path, and intuitively you'll know in your heart what that is, because Goddess will speak to you. If she hasn't, she will soon. Open your heart. Open your heart to knowing you know what is true. Open your heart and trust your instinct and speak honestly and frankly to yourself and those around you, because you'll be surprised. If you start talking more candidly, you'll be surprised how quickly this choice will make it very well known to you very quickly. Okay? If you don't know. There might be a feeling that you have made a mistake in your life. You're feeling guilt, remorse, mistakes, maybe crying over spilt milk, they say, with the 5 of water. But I think it's that you understand that everything has its price. And I think it's really time for you now to release the price that you've had to pay and really feel into yourself now. You have the Knight of Air coming through to you, so there could be an air sign, someone, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or Libra, who wants to help you make this decision and stand by your side and be with you on this journey. I said there are people who are standing behind you, and now somebody wants to stand by your side. They're an intellectual person. They speak well. They are smart. They could be a classmate helping you with studies. It could be a lot of things, but it's definitely someone who's eloquent with their words and moving forward towards you. Okay? So, guidance for you. Express your inner truth, like I said. Your inner truth is justice. It's real. Don't even doubt that just because people around you are doubting you. Your creative work shines brightest when it reflects your genuine feelings and thoughts. It's so true. Be yourself. Just be yourself, because it's exhausting to be anyone else. Exhausting. Authenticity, exactly. Be yourself. Trust that your real self, whom God created, divinely perfect, has the strength and knowledge needed in this situation. You are needed, no matter who you are or what your story is. And who are you to deny this from the world? If you have something beautiful and positive to share, you might think it's not worthy. Okay, if you are a writer, it is time for you to start writing that book, that script, that whatever, that instruction manual, those tarot cards you're going to write, that I'll buy, you know? Share it with the world. If you have words, spoken word, poetry, a play, yeah. Like I said, my father's a playwright, so that. Writers group. Join people who are also writing. This actually says, create or join a writers group to gain inspiration, friendship, and support. So if you're feeling blocked in your group or in your writing, create or join a group that also wants to write. I'm just teasing. It's a great idea, and I think you should do it. Please do it if that feels like it's the right thing for you. Don't hesitate. Don't forget tomorrow and say, oh, yeah. No. Start sharing it. And I think that's all I'm going to do for... We'll do one more. Happy news. Something good is coming through for you. Something good is coming through for you, regardless of what you do, Sag. You have something good coming through for you. You haven't heard it yet. I love it. Okay. Let me know what it is when you find out. Could be a baby or a marriage or something. Just a good news. Okay, now I'm going into your romance. So if you're done and you don't need to learn about romance, then thank you very much. You can sign out now, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Make sure that you check in, subscribe, like, share, and explore my page, my channel. I have many readings posted. I just started a few months ago. I'm going to keep doing it as long as it feels good. you have my info. It is just below my email and my information if you want to send a donation to me. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. And if you want to stay for your romance, here we go. This just doesn't seem right. Do you trust me? Something didn't seem right there. I saw 3 cards, even though I shuffled, 3 cards come out that I saw were in the reading before, so I feel like something, that energy was still there. So now, while I'm shuffling, though, something did come out, Sag, and I was thinking, okay, now we're into the romance stuff. Like I was saying, someone was perceiving you. 7 of Swords. Sneaky stuff. Backdoor stuff. To the side stuff. And the shaky shadows. Might have happened to you. Might have been part of something you did. Maybe this was in your past. Maybe this is in your present. I don't know. It jumped out. But it's that secret side lover kind of energy. Getting away with it, too. Getting away with it. But really, not really. Never. Could have been just not being able to be totally honest with the people around you for some reason. About something else. But we're talking love, so here's you. 10 of Wands. Overwhelmed. Here's then. 9 of Coins. Not really able to support themselves right now. You. Chariot. You're moving on. Them. They're not able to come through. If you're wanting something, some kind of emotional offer, well, let's just say it hasn't happened and I don't think it will. We'll see. You don't want to be alone? They don't want to commit. I don't know what else to say. Ten of Wands, feeling overburdened, feeling like there's a completion here. Time to move on. Time to finish out the completion of this long haul you were feeling. You're feeling that. You want to move forward. You come from a very balanced place. You're capable of whatever it is you set out to do right now, for sure. And Spirit is with you. Too bad they're not on the train with you because you're going. I do see that you don't really want to do this alone, Sag. You're tired of being alone. You're tired of being misunderstood. Now, if it's not that you're splitting up or you are together, just emotionally, like you want them to join you in your endeavors and your like passions and in your creative passions, but they're not as into it as you, so it makes you feel like you're on your own and you're getting tired of that. You wish that they could join you. But this person is, for one, feeling in lack, feeling like they can't be independent very well. They're not going to apologize. They're not going to call if there's someone that has been ghosting you. I don't see them coming back around. And also, they're totally afraid of commitment. They're not going to... Listen, 9 of Pentacles reverse. Knight of Cups reversed. 4 of Wands reversed. opposite of marriage. So if it's that they're with you, it's that they don't want to get into whatever it is you're trying to get into, and that's causing you to feel alone. Or this person that you're trying to get with or been trying to get with, they're wasting your time. This isn't the one for you. If it is your partner and they are your one, they're being kind of stubborn. Let's draw one more. Five of Swords. King of Cups. Okay, I'm turning this around. What I see for you now is a new love. Listen. Sag, this is what we can do. Listen, this is a good story now. You're putting down a burden. One that has obligated you, that has other people's responsibilities and your own. By choice. But this time you're finished. Not because you're fed up and you quit, but because you finished. You're done. Good job. Now, I see you moving forward, spirit by your side, light and dark balanced. This is like either you're in the vehicle or you're not. It is happening with you or without you. Now, I see you in, but I also I'm seeing you go within. This energy is really about you going within yourself and knowing and loving yourself and learning how to be alone. And enjoying your time, exploring the inner worlds, the inner working in the shadows of who it is that you truly are. There is a tremendous amount of disorder at first, but really you just leave it all behind. And it's the time for you to just give in. Now this person, this other person, if it's someone else or this is a different story, this person has come to a better understanding of what it takes to support themselves. They've done the work and they are truly becoming independent. People are recognizing them for that, and it makes them very attractive. But they're not trying to seek out someone until they meet you. And then they want to say to you, to show you something. They might want to buy you something. They might want to bring you something. Whatever it is, they want to take you out, Sag, and they want to show you how important you really are. They're not like the other people who ran away from commitment. This person is a king or queen. This king is emotionally present, so emotionally present that they can feel you inside and out. And they can look you in the eyes and know what you're feeling. And you're giving into this. You're letting love into your heart again. This person's presence washes over you. If they haven't come into your life, they will. If you've been dealing with some little hoe that doesn't know how to clean their own booty and wash their own clothes, came through with a bunch of BS and then bailed because they were afraid of commitment, this is not that person. This is a new person. Now, if it is that you were feeling a loss between you and your person and they weren't willing to go through a portal with you, Now you have found a way to reach them, and it is by giving in to them, letting their love wash over you, and remember how much they really do to help you and encourage them to support themselves and be willing to hear what they have to say and what they do for you to show you they love you, because they are with you for a reason. So there's a couple different stories happening here. I hope you got one of them. And I wish you well so much, Sagittarius. You know, I wish every person well for the greater good of all beings, and for you to have a wonderful July. Remember who you are, as Mufasa would say. You have the strength within you, and the balanced place is in your heart. Go there and find clarity. Give up the fight and let love wash over you. Talk to you later. Eclipse Dawn signing out. Ciao.